Here at Coyote Classics, we are pleased to present and to do a walk around and test drive video on this numbers matching 1969 Chevelle Super Sport. Not just a Super Sport, this is a factory L78 car, 396, 375 horse, and even more exciting, this is probably one of the most correct and documented numbers matching L78s on the market today.
And what a great color, Dalton. Holy crap, black, redline tires, red SS drive, and a 4-speed.
This thing is exactly to a T how it would have came from the factory in '69.
And to have a car done in black and absolutely laser straight show quality, fantastic. Now this car's got a really cool story with it. It was restored almost 20 years ago, and it's been only driven about 200-300 miles since. It's been kept in a climate controlled facility, a very nice high-end classic car collection, and now it's for the first 18 years, this is the first time it's up for grabs for somebody else to enjoy and look at and hopefully get behind the wheel and have some fun with it.
Very prestigious collection. I mean, for the last 20 years, this thing was sitting beside Superbirds, Copo Camaros, just some unbelievable cars. This thing was also, we're told, was judged at McCacken in Chicago, huge muscle car show. They were told won 995 out of 1,000 points. Just pretty spectacular. The way someone described this car to us was, this car is so correct, even the air of the tires is correct. Which clearly.
Thanks for that info, Todd.
Yeah.
As we go down here, you can just see this was a full frame-off restoration. The undercarriage is just as beautiful as the top side. Go to our website, coyoteclassics.com. Check out all the undercarriage photos that we have on there. Power steering, power disc brakes, all the correct hoses, clamps, battery ends. I mean, just a fantastic build.
Even the correct overspray. Believe it or not, that is correct overspray. So on these L78s in the factory, these blocks were hand assembled, put in the car, and then painted. So from the factory, it was overspray on the intake and manifolds,
and the hose.
And that's how you get. How you restore a car like this.
Yeah, all this, even the stickers on the valve covers are correct how they would have came from the factory.
Yeah,
like that's got the Chevy #1 team sticker on it.
Yeah, very, very nice car. We do have some documentation, and Dalton will go ahead and kind of get that ready for us too. We'll just show you a little glimpse of that as we go around the front here. All the stainless and trim and bumpers are gorgeous. If we look up and down the sides, beautifully buff paint, redline tires, Super Sport rims. Gaps are real nice. Back of the hood lines up great. Bottom of the door, rocker panel, fender, awesome. Back of the door lines up great as well. Do you get some stuff for us, Steve?
Yeah, so with this car, we have the original Protecto plate, which you can use to verify factory L78. Also has a bunch of receipts on the engine rebuild. We have different photos, restoration receipts.
The engine was done in '92.
Yep.
So it kind of tells us when the whole car was done, roughly about 20 years ago.
Yep.
Previous owner that had the car for the last 16, 17 years said they put about 200 miles on it. Always went ahead and you know, freshened up the gas every year, fired it up, that kind of thing, but just really wasn't drove.
This shows in '78 it had 20,000 miles.
Shay, you want to go see the mileage on the car now?
Absolutely. I'll check out the miles.
Just look at the quality of the paint for being done 20 years ago. It's absolutely gorgeous. Again, it's been sitting in a heated and air-conditioned collection.
25,516.
Okay. Don't have any information as far as the documentation on the miles at 20,078. We know it's sat for 20 years, since '92. So what happened between, you know, '78, '92, you know, was there 5,000–6,000 miles put on only? It's very possible.
Yeah, especially when you look at this car and you see how much of it still is original.
We forgot to talk about one of the most important things under the hood. I mean, it had just the original smog and all that kind of stuff. The emission stuff still on it.
Yep, nothing's ever been restamped. All numbers matching.
Tranny,
Pretty
rear
special
end,
car.
motor,
To
everything.
see something like this with the L78 engine option, which was the highest engine that you could get in any car besides the Corvette, from 1966 all the way up through 1969, to see something that's as original and as special as this is just incredible. It's something you just don't see.
Yeah, very true. It does have just a little bit of chip right here in the flat black. Again, we have gorgeous lines. Yeah, thanks for that. I love the exhaust tips as well. They even went into the matching F7014 redline spare. If you look at the quality of the speckling in the trunk. I mean, if you're looking for a Chevy product, a big block Chevy product to go in your private collection, guys, you should really take a good hard look at this car. I mean, it is just absolutely gorgeous.
Look how sharp the stickers are.
Yeah, and just the quality of the paint and the jams is perfect. Just all our seam seal lines, everything was done just gorgeous. And you can tell this was a very solid original car when they started.
Probably
So
a 25,000 mile car.
I think it is.
Yeah,
you know,
I would say, I would find it hard to believe it's 125.
you can shave in this paint anywhere. You know, it's just a gorgeous reflection. Back corner of the door lines up nice, so does the front rocker panel. Back of the hood sticks up just a little bit. I mean, not going to get it to fit much better than that. It's like that on both sides, equal. Have you drove this one at all, Dalton? I have not. So no one here has drove it yet, except for the guy that checked it in. So we're all excited about that. Corner of the door is perfect. Bottom of the doors are awesome. Both door panels, the door jamb paint, even the little indicator here for the lights is perfect. I mean, what a quality restoration. Look at the paint quality in the inner fenders, in behind the front fender there, bottom of the door. It's a bench seat, factory bench seat car, factory tack gauges, 25,516 miles, factory clock works, tack works.
Heater fan works, wipers work, horn works,
clock works, I mean,
original radio works.
so Shay liked the stereo system, man.
I did like
That's
this.
awesome. What a special car.
Check out that glove box, holy smokes. Huge.
Especially to have a car, I mean, if a car you take to the CAC and show, you know, it's got to be a pretty special car.
Very special. The gas gauge works, amp gauge works, tack, oil pressure is way over towards 3/4 to a high. Temp gauge is just starting to come up just a little bit. Even the chrome on the little, I call it the little poor man's air conditioner down here on the vents is beautiful shape as well. Got the Astro ventilation.
Doesn't get much better than this.
No, it doesn't. This car drives just as nice as that beautiful 69 RS SS 4-speed Camaro we just bought. Look at that.
Extremely nice car.
We just dropped finally came off fast idle here after it warmed up just a little bit. Oil pressure is right at the medium, and we're only at 600 RPM right now at an idle with that solid lifter cam. So as we just take the RPMs up here to about 1700, oil pressure is way over on the high side. So fantastic. Even though it was built in 1992, you know, 20 years old, very, very few miles and very well taken care of.
Car's in some great hands for the last 20 years.
Yeah, pretty much the same hands.
Yeah.
As far as the shifter, as long as we're sitting here waiting for a car to go by, shifter's super nice and smooth. What a great sounding exhaust too. We're just gonna do a 3,000 RPM shift right now.
And car like this, you know, it'll definitely squill tires and fly around, but we're gonna treat this thing.
Yeah, I think it'll do everything almost everything that 427 69 did, but it's just a different caliber of car, guys. I just can't bring myself to do it. That's what's so fun about some of these hot rod muscle cars. We're gonna do a video here in just a little bit on a 78 Camaro with a big block in it that I'm just gonna rip the shit out of because it's just that kind of car, man.
Yep.
But something like this, you know, I encourage the next driver to, or the next owner to drive and enjoy it. But it's one of those I just can't bring it to myself to really get on it too much. So everything works perfect in the dash, Dalton.
It definitely wants to go though.
It does. As far as our gears go, 78 mile an hour right now. We're doing about 3,300 RPMs. It's got just a nice pull to it.
What a beautiful Chevelle, and it couldn't have been in a better color combination.
Oh, exactly. Downshifts beautifully.
The synchros are nice.
There you go, second gear. We're gonna go into first. .500 RPM shift, 3,500 RPM shift, right at 60 mile an hour.
What a special car.
So, and brakes are fantastic on it. The whole car is just ready to roll.
Check it out on the website, coyoteclassics.com. Thank you for watching.